Hello. Welcome to the first stream here on the Black Rocket Esports 2024 Summer Battle Royale. I am Camden Hovel. I go by Cam or Camden, either works, and I'm going to be your main caster here for pretty much, I think, the duration of the summer, I think. We're going to be today looking at the team from UNCG. Yes, I said that right. And they're going to be playing one of our personal Black Rocket games that we have created for the young students to play against each other. It is a free-for-all battle royale kind of style game where the students actually have a part in creating the game itself. Some of the students have submitted kind of like hand-designed levels, which I think is really cool. The way that the map is built is in 9 different squares, and students from the classes that Black Rocket teaches can submit custom kind of squares, and then those squares are randomly picked and then randomly spread across the map here in the Battle Royale game. So the map is totally random based on what students have created, but the 9 squares are different every single time and placed in different spaces every single time. And I'm saying 9 squares, this is a 3x3 grid. As well, and I heard we can go ahead and just jump right into the game. I have started the game now, so across this whole map, the students are dropping in, landing, whatever you want to call it, onto the map. Let's see what the map looks like for today. And yes, this is a free-for-all between the students at UNCG. We have 7 students competing in the first round today, and there are prizes as well for the student that comes out first place. I believe we are playing 3 or 4 matches, maybe only 3 for today, but between each of the 7 or 8 groups of students that are playing in all of the matches, they will all get to earn their own reward. So looking at the map, you see this is what I was talking about with the 3x3 square grid. Looks like one of the students is dropped right in the middle. That's an interesting spot to start. A couple of the students starting in the corner, and then 2 students starting at the top middle grid here as well. Let's take a quick look at what all of our students are named. Also, their characters are totally randomly generated, so we also get to see what are the hair colors. I'm a big fan of different hair colors. X-Ray Hearing looks like found the first loot chest. All of the loot chests give you wands, and then the students are able to go up against each other with these wands, and that is how they are able to eliminate each other. Hold on, there we go, okay. Yeah, all of the hair colors are very fun. That's personally my favorite part of looking at these, randomly generated character models. So this one's very icy. This one's very fire. All of the chests as well have randomly generated wands inside of them, and there's 5 different tiers of wands. So if you get lucky and get the most rare one, that's going to be a very easy battle to be able to take against another student. It looks like someone was just eliminated. I went to them and then they were immediately gone. So I'm assuming that they are gone from the map now. Josh has one of the blue wands. I think that's the 2nd or the 3rd rarest one, so that is going to be a very powerful one for him to be going against these other students. Looks like we had a lot of the same blue hair generated. I think I've seen 2 or 3 students with this kind of like icy hair, and you see that they both have this like spider coming out of their head. I love this hair. Good attack against, looks like King and Terry. I think that's their names here. Terry is running away, running as fast as they can towards the middle. In addition as well, if I click onto the map here, you will also see a storm slowly coming in. You see it on the top left right now. That storm basically just means you can't sit in the same place for the entire game. You gotta run away from the storm. The storm is slowly going to come in from the bounds of the map. I'm looking for my words here. And then if you are stuck in the storm, you will slowly take damage over time. And if you're stuck in it for too long, then you will just be gone. You gotta take down your enemies without being taken down by the storm itself. Everyone is slowly working their way to the middle now. I see them running from the storm as fast as they can. The storm also does not always go to the same location as its center point, so the center point being the only safe point, so you don't actually know where that safe point will be on the map. I'm following Terry here. I think Terry already was able to eliminate one person, but it looks like King. I'm finding King. Where's King? There we go. King is really going after Josh. Josh is having a hard time. I don't think we've gotten to see Josh a whole lot quite yet. He's got the yellow hair. The yellow hair and kind of like a zombie body. I like the green skin color that they have here as well, fighting in or around the water, not actually in the water. Looking at the blue wand, looks like it does a little bit more damage than the green one that Josh has, so King might not be so lucky going up against Josh right now in the fight. Oh no! Oh no, I think King just lost. Okay. I'm still learning what all of the animations look like right now, so I think Josh was actually able to take down King there. And now, oh, I think Josh was taken out there as well by Terry. Terry's doing a fantastic job right now. I think Terry has taken out maybe one or two other students here. And now, one more quick look. Yep, now you see how much of a problem this storm is being. So totally the bottom half, or bottom third of the map even, is just gone. You can't even be down there anymore. All of the students are running towards what they are hoping will be ending up as the center of the map, aka the center of the storm here for our first round. And it looks like purple is our most in the center right now. Red and blue, I'm going to find out who those people are. Looks like these two, Cade and Terry. Once again, Terry had a fantastic time at the beginning of this game, was able to find, I believe, one or two other people to eliminate. Oh no, X-Ray and Rocket? Ooh, okay, nope, Rocket just taking down X-Ray. Very impressive. I also see that they're upgrading their wands as well, I believe, after they're finding their opponents. I'm not sure if that's like their wands are being dropped when they're eliminated, or if they're just like getting new ones every time that they eliminate someone. But either way, blue is a very powerful wand. You see all these colors that are coming out? I think I'm going to say the more colors there are, probably the more dangerous these wands are. Terry versus Rocket. Both of these students getting lots of eliminations early in the game, but Rocket will finally be the one to take down Terry. We have our last two students remaining. It is Cade versus Rocket. We have yet to see Cade a whole lot this first game. I'm not sure if they have had any eliminations actually secured quite yet. So far, they're just running. They do not want to deal with Rocket right now. Rocket has had, I'm going to say, at least two, maybe even three. Again, a fantastic time, and even being able to take down the other higher or highest ranking student. Rocket has had a fantastic time, and both of the students are kind of just circling around each other. No one is actually going for each other quite yet. But the circle is enclosing. You cannot leave each other forever. Rocket looking for the start of the fight. Green versus Rainbow on these wands as well. I think Rainbow might be a little bit stronger, so Cade might actually have an upper hand here if they are continuing this fight. And with that, Rocket just runs quite literally for the hills. They are running straight for these mountains, maybe even looking to get a different or more mana for their wands even. These wands are not infinite. You do have to have some mana or some power to continue their charge. And no, it's actually Rocket that wins the first round here. Congratulations, Rocket, securing the first prize for game number 1. Again, we do have, I believe, at least one more. Not at least one more, at least 2 more games, actually, possibly even 3. Between all of the students in the classroom right now at UNCG. I'm going to figure out how to get into the next game. One moment. There we go. Yep, okay, I confirmed 2 more rounds, and I am in the second lobby now with one other student, so we will just give them a minute to load in. But congratulations to, I think their full name was Battle Rocket something, but I was calling them Rocket. Some of the students pick their own names, by the way, so some of their names are very long, so I kind of just pick whatever the first word that I see or the easiest word that I see come up is, and then that's their name. Yeah, I am in the second lobby, hopefully. I'll rejoin the second lobby. Maybe I'm in the wrong lobby. Give me a minute. Okay, I'm having a little bit of difficulty joining the second lobby, so I'm going to give it to a very brief, like probably less than 2-minute break here as I figure this out. One moment, please. Sorry. Alrighty, welcome back. We are well on our way now to loading into the second round. We're just waiting for a few of our competitors, our young students here, to join up in the lobby. So again, congratulations to, I'm pretty sure it was the name Battle Rocket. That was our victor for round number 1. Now we are, these students are all actually sitting in the same classroom at UNCG, sitting right next to each other, which I think makes this competition a lot more fun. I can only imagine how exciting the environment in that room is right now. But yes, that does also mean that because I believe there's actually 24 students in the room right now, so we are having rounds of 8, so every round should have a separate group of 8 of students, so we won't actually see Battle Rocket or anyone else that you saw in Game 1, and then anyone that you see here in Game 2, we will not see again in Game 3, so we will have 3 totally separate groups playing in this, I guess like mini tournament kind of, right? It's just 3 totally separate games. You can see them loading into the lobby now. It does look like we are still missing one competitor, possibly still logging in and loading into the game. They have this fun kind of like loading screen, like loading area that they can play in while they're waiting for everyone else. This is not the same like fancy generating like custom user made map or anything. This is just the same map that they always get to play in, which is kind of fun. I think that usually means that you can like learn all of the secret areas in that kind of map and then just jump around. See, this person here, Frenzy, they found a fantastic secret area away from everyone else. And now that I've said that, they're definitely going to be found very quickly. I'm very sorry. I'm just going to be telling everybody secrets right now. We've got Humphrey with the blue hair. Blue hair seems to be very popular today. Ooh, blue and purple hair. I do like the purple hair. Again, unfortunately, the hairs are not a choice by the students, so I'm going to pretend like they are, but know that they are not. Purple hair person again here, and then the white with the red stripe. Ooh, I didn't know that they could be like the multicolors here. AP Chicken. Nice name there too. I like the chicken name. Oh yes, completely forgot. Nobody actually did this in the game 1, but you do see as well, the students do actually have the ability to build in this game. So there are 3 things that they are able to build. They're able to build the straight platform, vertical, or this is horizontal, straight platform, vertical, and then also the slanted platform as well. So you see they're definitely practicing their building strategies here in the loading screen, loading lobby, whatever you want to call it. Looks like somebody, these two students actually just built a house, and they're kind of just chilling with each other in the house. That's funny. Usually if you build a house like this in the actual game and you have two people in there, they will be fighting it out. But now they're just they're vibing, they're having a good time together. Oh my gosh, they're building a whole dance floor over here. Let's check out their dance floor. Okay, they're kind of fighting on the dance floor, but you know what? Also, all of the floors are rainbow. You see, everything that the students build in this game are just rainbow, which I think is very fun, but it also, if you're thinking very seriously about strategy, it does make it a little bit harder, because if you see like a giant tower like this that's rainbow, you're probably going to go over there. And it's not very secret, so whether that's good, whether that's bad, I think it's very fun because it makes everything a lot more exciting to look at. And also the way that the students are able to get the materials to build is they actually have to suck the color out of the environment around them. So I believe in this level, or in this loading screen, they have infinite amount of that, so they don't actually have to suck any of the color out from here. But in the actual game, if they want to be able to build things, then they do have to suck the color out of the environment, and the color in the environment is not infinite. So you do have to be a little bit worried about that during the game, but again, during the last game, there was zero building, and we still had some very good fights, so I'm not super worried about that. Ooh, looks like we are starting round number 2. For a second there, I thought I was going to be a player. That would have been very interesting. I think some of these students might be better at me. Battle Royale is not the genre I'm personally good at playing. We are once again loading into the game, so it does take a little bit for the game to load in, but we can take a look at, once again, the randomly generated map. This is kind of the biggest, I guess, factor in how the game is different every single time, right? So again, these different squares that you can see on your screen, in the 3x3 grid, each part of the grid is either created by the creators of the game or created by students and then submitted to the game to be included in the randomly generating. So it looks like a lot of the students, again, are picking corners, and then one student, again, picking the center. I don't know which is scarier, dropping into a corner and then seeing like 5 people around you, or dropping to the center and seeing everybody in all of the squares around you. There's definitely some fun strategies that you could come up with depending on where you drop. But it looks like first chest found, Jasper and King once again. Looking for their first wands of the game, but they're not actually attacking each other. Remember, guys, there's only one winner in this game. I don't know if teaming is going to be a good strategy, because now if you're the 2 last people left, you're just going to have to fight it out anyway. So we'll see if this short-term alliance is actually going to come out and win. Well, not win the game. One of them is going to have to win the game. They both can't win the game together. Humphrey, I believe, was the person that we had that actually dropped into middle on their own. They look like are yet to have actually found a box with any wands in it. That is going to be quite difficult if they want to be able to protect themselves. Terry as well finally found their first box, but being a little bit close to other students right now might be challenging. Whoa, where is Frenzy? Frenzy has found an excellent hiding spot right now. Okay, I'm going to try to be very quiet. Frenzy has found a good hiding spot underneath the water, but they have run away from the water now, so I feel better about talking about it. I don't want to accidentally leak all of the secrets that the students are trying to get strategy against each other. Chicken as well looks like might have found Terry hiding underneath the bridge, but Chicken, again, yet to actually find a wand. Will be quite hard to battle. Ooh, I love this. This is definitely my favorite square that I've seen, is these moving gravestones. Definitely a very fun kind of map element to have. Frenzy and Carter are just going at each other right now. Again, my favorite wand being that rainbow wand right now, the one that Frenzy has for themselves. Oh my gosh, the moving grainstone is having a very large impact on this wand battle right now. Carter just has not taken nearly enough damage. I think Carter... Oh, no, I was going to say Carter looks like they're having a rough time, but Frenzy's the one actually trying to run away. The fire wand not going to do enough damage, it looks like. Was the rainbow wand on Frenzy that was able to win that fight. And I think that is the first elimination that we've had. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. Yeah, 6 people still on the map. We did start with 9 in this game too, and I think we only started with 8 in the first game. Jasper has finally found a wand. Looks like it is the green wand, which is not one of the rare ones. So if Jasper wants to have a solid chance in any of these fights later on, might want to find a slightly more powerful wand. But no, he's actually going for the building strategy. Again, this is not a strategy that we saw at all in Game 1. In Game 1, we only saw just kind of fight and run at each other, which is a very fun strategy, but I do appreciate the rainbow wall buildings. 3 people now fighting each other around the graveyard area. Chicken just kind of shot against, like, over the wall. Let's see. Trainer chasing them down. Looks like Jasper and Trainer actually have the same wand right now, which would make this a very evenly matched fight. We cannot see the player's actual HP bars or health point bars. So I'm assuming Jasper is probably very low on health right now, which would be the reason he's running away. Because if one person has a stronger wand than the other person, then it is quite easy to see, oh, this person's going to be doing a whole lot more damage than the other person, and it's not going to be a very fair fight. But if they do actually have the same wand, they have the same exact amount of power, the same amount of every stat except for health. So Jasper is just running. I was going to say running to find a different box with wands, but no. He is just going to be running away. Terry might have found Jasper, though, sitting on this giant, I guess, pillar? I don't really know what to call this. Just the rainbow, like, tower going into the sky is very interesting. Let's see. Let's look at some different people here. Humphrey. Doing a little bit of a dance party out here. Looks like Humphrey is playing the passive, waited out until everyone else has been eliminated kind of strategy, which is not a strategy I hate, but you do have to eliminate someone to win the game, so is not going to necessarily be a winning strategy in the end. I remember we did have 2 students that were trying to work together. I think it is these 2 students. Yeah, Chicken and King don't seem to be attacking each other, but they are working together to try and take out Frenzy, who looks like they have a better wand, and Frenzy is just having a fantastic time right now against the King Trainer, but they are kind of fighting against the incoming storm here, which will make it quite difficult. Looks like Trainer is running away, and Frenzy is actually almost running into the storm. Now, the storm is not an instant elimination if you walk into it, but it is a very quick, like, health bar drain. Like, you do not want to sit in it any longer than you have to. Absolutely. The giant tower right now is really obstructing the field. I think there might also be a battle going on at the top of the tower. Oh, I think Frenzy was just eliminated. Congratulations, King Trainer, on what I believe is your first elimination of this match. And Chicken has just fallen off of the tower as the entrance to that tower has now been caught into the storm. So you're either going to be on top of that tower or on the bottom of that tower now, and there is no better way to get up. Humphrey, our most passive player, trying to wait it out until the storm captures everyone else, now may be under attack by Trainer, but Humphrey does have a pretty fantastic wand, actually. That Ramble wand, I believe, is much stronger than the green wand that King Trainer has right now, who's actually almost making a beeline for the storm itself. Yep, there we go. I think Humphrey picking up their first elimination onto King Trainer, dropping... Okay, so it does look like that when the players are actually eliminated, then the wand that they're holding just drops to the floor. So if you are able to eliminate someone with a much better wand than you actually have, then you do actually get to pick up their wand, which is very powerful if you are able to do just that. But Jasper kind of looking like he might meet the same fate right now as King Trainer Chicken as well. Humphrey just has too good of a wand. Ooh. Okay, Jasper's building. Jasper's going for it, but unfortunately not building too quickly enough. The storm is coming, and it's coming too quick. Humphrey now 2 eliminations in a row. They're having a fantastic time. The Chicken is just caught in the storm. Humphrey fighting them, taking them out while they're both in the storm together, but Chicken is just too far in. I can't imagine how low on health bar they must be right now. This green wand is not having a good time against the rainbow wand at all. But Humphrey, again, has been in a constant battle for about the last 2.5 minutes, so I would assume that their health bar is also quite low right now. Even if they do have a better wand, there's now 2 people fighting them. They just beat 2 other people. Their health bar is still going to be quite low. And again, if you are able to eliminate someone, you do get to keep their wand after that. And I say that, and Humphrey is just, I mean, they're running over everyone right now. I'm watching this, and I'm like, how would you even take down Humphrey at this point? We can take a quick look at the map, and it looks like these are our final 2 competitors. Look how small the circle is right now around Humphrey and Terry. We have not gotten to see Terry a whole lot this game, but we have seen just how powerful Humphrey has been, specifically in the battle of the Rainbow versus Green Wand. I'm not sure how health regen works, but I do know how many of the fights and how long in the storm, Humphrey has been in this game. So I can only imagine if there is a little bit of health regen, Humphrey has not really had a whole lot of time outside of battles to be able to get much health back in their favor. Terry, actually being in less fights this game, might come out on top even with the slightly less damaging wand. Neither student quite yet being able to deal enough damage to actually take another down. And they are in a pretty good part of the map here where they have some space to run around, but it is quite flat. So there's not really space to run. There's just space to like run around each other, not like run away from each other, I mean. Oh, and as I looked away, Humphrey finally did end up eliminating Terry, and Humphrey will be our 2nd victor of the day. Congratulations now to Humphrey as well as Rocket from the first game. We will have, I believe, one more lobby coming to you here very shortly. I'm going to see if I can load into this one. Give me one moment. I will, again, be right back. Alrighty, welcome back everyone to our third and final match of the day, once again at UNCG. All of the students, once again for anyone joining us, are all playing in one big classroom, esports arena, kind of computer lab. It's a pretty fancy computer lab, almost akin, not almost, it basically is an esports lab. It is a very fun place to be for these young students to be playing against each other, and they are loading in now. Once again, taking place at UNCG. I gotta give a shout out to my fellow Terraria player here. I'm gonna assume Moonlord is the same Terraria final boss that I'm thinking of, so thank you very much to this student. Love the Terraria shout out here. Let's take a look at our other. Yep, we've got final boss. That's kind of funny. Moonlord is also the final boss of Terraria, so it's almost the same name if you think about it. We've got Becky Boy as well with that same, my favorite, icy hair, whatever you want to call it. And then this one, Magnolia, with the fire hair. Students are just practicing. I have also heard that kind of particle projectile, the big purple ball right now that they're practicing with, might or might not be a one-shot if you land that in the game. Didn't know that. That's a very scary projectile to be trying to dodge, even if you are at full health. If you get hit, oh no, I think it's that one. Okay, that one might make a little bit more sense. That does look like a very scary one. The giant one, not the little tiny one that they were practicing with earlier. We also have Locked Note, it looks like, and then we are back to Moonlord. Moonlord making a dance floor for themselves right here. They do not have a fun hair color, though, so I'm sorry I cannot be too much of a Moonlord fan. Okay, I'm being told as well that the slower the weapon actually goes, typically the more powerful the weapon is. So that's an interesting stat to take note of. So the faster the weapon goes, actually, the less damage it does, which does make sense in terms of balancing, but it kind of does come down a little bit more to the child's preference to which kind of wand they want to use. Do you want to use a slow but less damaging weapon, or do you want to use a slow but more powerful weapon, or do you want to use a very fast but less damaging weapon? I don't even know how Moonlord got up here. Oh no, okay, so they blocked off the entrance. I was trying to find the entrance. Oh wait, I think I can actually like fly around. There we go. Okay, I totally forgot about this. So this is how they built up here, and they've totally blocked it off. So this is their dance floor now. And then we've got the other students down here picking up the wands, practicing, learning which ones they might like better. Now, again, in the game, you kind of have a choice at which wand you use, but it is totally random at which wand you find in the loot boxes around the map. So you don't get super much of a choice, but you can practice with them down here just to see kind of what they all look like and roughly what the different, oh my gosh, what the different particles and projectiles that they can shoot out look like. We should be loading into the game here shortly. So again, for any of our newer viewers joining us now, the game is taking place on a randomly generated map. It is a 3x3 grid that each of the grid is either generated by the creators of the game here at Black Rocket or by an actual student. I don't think the students in this class were actually creating levels for this game, but some students in our other classes specifically for this Battle Royale game can create a part of the map, and then that part of the map can be randomly generated into any games after that they are playing, which is very fun. And again, that is one of the biggest factors in how the game changes between the different games that you play. It's not always the same map every time, and that is a pretty massive impact on how your strategy might changes, how the game ends up changing between each match that you might play, and it does keep you coming back and wanting to play more. I'm like 99% sure that the students don't actually take any real damage on this loading screen kind of level, so they're just shooting at each other to have fun. Which is very fun to watch, because usually you see these like giant ball projectiles going at each other and then they're just instantly gone. These are some very high damage and also very high rarity ones that you get to see on the loading screen, and the higher the rarity, obviously the less likely you would be to actually see that in the real game. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I totally forgot that I was the one that was supposed to start the match. They've just been sitting here waiting for me. I apologize to the students, but I have just gone ahead and start the game now. We could take a look at the randomly generated map. Once again, each section is either generated by either created by one of the creators of the game here at Black Rocket or a student themselves. So let's see what we've got here. Looks like we've got a giant box in the middle. That might actually be the graveyard. The graveyard is my favorite one because the gravestones actually move up and down. I'm yet to see any other map elements that have been moving so far. I'm going to give a shout out to any students in the future that I see making any moving map elements. Most of the students from the first 3 games that I have watched here today do prefer to drop into the corners. You can see on the map here, looks like 2 of the students, actually 3 of the students really have dropped in the corners, and then the other 4 have dropped into one of the elements next to the corners. And now, for the first minute or 2 of the game, they do just kind of run around, find some loot boxes. The loot boxes, once you open them, give you a randomly generated wand. Let me find some other, yep, okay. So yeah, Moonlord, I'm going to say my favorite player, but we're going to see how well that goes. Oh my gosh, their hair changes between the loading screen and the actual game. Okay, big fan of that. But yeah, this is my favorite one because you see like the gravestones kind of move up and down. That's a very fun element. Definitely had a big impact, at least last game, when we got to see this grid on the map. Let's look at some other players here. Ooh, we have a water battle going on. The rainbow wand has always kind of come out on top of the green, and just as I say that, the green wand person did end up going down, but this is a very hard spot to be. You are kind of in the middle of this pond right now, which I'm not sure if that actually affects movement speed, but it does definitely make it harder to just walk around generally. So final boss does not want to be caught out for too long in the middle of the water. Locked note, finding their first chest here, kind of trying to figure out which wand they want to use for this game. We always have 1 or 2 people kind of trying to play for the defensive, wait until the storm comes in. And with that sound that you just heard, the storm is starting to come in. You see the giant purple wave cloud, whatever you want to see, or whatever we want to call it, is encroaching now. And if you are caught in that purple cloud or storm for too long, you are eliminated. So you cannot be standing around. You got to keep moving and keep finding people to eliminate Moonlord. Oh, hold on. I want to see what's happening here. Where did Moonlord just go? Oh, they're kind of like hiding in the bushes here. Okay, very cool. Moonlord running away, also kind of trying to play that defensive game. Let's go back to some of the other action. Oh my gosh, they even have cute little candles here in the graveyard. Yeah, this is 100% my favorite map element that we've seen. Ooh, okay. I'm going to be very quiet, but this is a very excellent spot. I'm not going to give it away, but just check out this. They didn't even have to build for this. They found a really high up spot. Final boss as well, looking to come on into the graveyard area. I'm not sure if the graveyard area is actually going to be the center of the map. Again, the center is randomly generated, technically. Center of the storm, I mean, not center of the map, is randomly generated every time, so you don't know exactly where it is that will end up being the safe spot. Let's see, Henry and Locked Note, as well as Final Boss, all kind of battling out right now, all next to each other in the graveyard. But actually, no, this is not the graveyard. This is a totally different one. I'm so sorry. The one with the candles and the one with the gravestones are totally separate grid spots. Okay. What are the wands here? Oh, yeah, this once again the rainbow rod versus the green wand. Green Wand has always had a little bit more of a difficult time in these particular matchups. And it does look like Final Boss is having a little bit of an easier time. Henry, I'm assuming, is probably very low on health at this point, so he is probably going to try and run away. Okay, this is why I was confused, because see, this one is right next to the gravestone, so I wasn't super crazy. I knew that they were kind of close to each other now. Let's see. Oh, I was about to switch, but nope. Locked Note coming in, and looks like Final Boss, yep, has been taken down. No more Final Boss left on the map. Magnolia playing a very safe game for now, but look how close that storm is. Magnolia, you gotta start running, my friend. You do not want to be caught in that storm. Let's see. Gaming. CJ Gaming. Okay. Has a little bit of a good hiding spot right now, but there are some other students waiting around, seeing what they can do. At this point in the game, you see most students have the wand of their choice, or the one that they can choose at this point, right? You can't really choose any wand of the game, but from what you can choose, there's no one else left really without a wand at all. And yep, now looking back at Magnolia, you see that storm is coming. You can't be standing there forever, my friend. And actually, I don't see a wand in Magnolia's hand, so they actually may not have even found a wand quite yet, and that is going to make it quite hard for them to go against any of the other students here. CJ, kind of scouting a little bit around for wands. I see a couple on the ground, but it looks like CJ is happy to have the one in their hand. And that being the Fire Wand does look like a very powerful one to be picked up for now. Look how small the area is that's safe from the storm. We've got 3 players remaining. We've got Becky and Magnolia. Again, still without a wand. They really need to find a chest with some wands in it if they want to have a fighting chance, as well as CJ. I think CJ might have the strongest wand right now between the 3 students, and Becky may have just found a Magnolia. Magnolia, oh no, they're still trying to play the hiding game, but the hiding game does not get to be very fun after the point that the storm is coming in now so quickly. You see it's like right next to them now. Oh my gosh, okay, maybe they had it in like a different hand slot or something. I'm not really sure how it works, but they do now have a wand in their hand at least, so they do have a fighting chance potentially here for Magnolia. Taking a look at some of these other students once again. CJ running around with this fire wand. Nobody wants to deal with CJ right now. But it looks like Becky may not have a chance. The green wand versus the fire wand. I don't even think I've seen the fire wand quite yet. And yeah, unfortunately, Becky kind of just does not stand a chance. I'm so sorry. CJ easily able to take down Becky, and now Magnolia, the last one alive. Are they able to take down CJ with such a powerful wand that CJ was able to find? This looks like even more powerful of a wand than the rainbow one that we've seen from a lot of other students. So I think CJ may have actually gotten extremely lucky and found an extremely rare wand that just simply does a lot of damage. Because this is, again, the only time we've seen it, so it is probably quite rare to see from these loot boxes being dropped. CJ finally finding their target here. Magnolia just jumping around and nothing that they can do. Not even getting one projectile off, and CJ is the one that ends up winning our 3rd and I believe final round for today. Congratulations to our 3 victors. We had, I think it was Battle Rocket in the first game. Oh, we're testing my memory. It was CJ in the 3rd game. I don't think it was Terry. I'm remembering Terry from the 2nd game, but I don't remember if they actually won or not. I'm very sorry, but we will be able to get some prizes out to our 3 victors for today. Humphrey, yes, thank you. Humphrey was our winner from game number 2. So congratulations to our 3 winners from UNCG. This was a fantastic first run here for our Battle Royale Black Rocket Esports stream, our first one for the summer of 2024. So thank you all for watching. We will be back again next Friday and every other Friday during this summer as well here on 4th with some more esports games being played by and sometimes even created by some of the students here at the Black Rock Gaming camps. So thank you all for watching, and we will see you later. Have a fantastic weekend.